So hello everyone, it's me Rebecca, the Colorful Book Nester, and I wanted to go through today and kind of show you something I'm doing in one of my journals, or in several of my journals actually, and that is creating my own stickers. So let's just get into what I'm doing right now. As I had said, I am interested in creating my own stickers and have currently, and I'm absolutely loving this, created this little folio that has, this is all sticker release paper that this is on. So this is all of my stickers. And I love being able to grab this and just flip through it. Now, eventually I'm probably going to put tabs on it just so I can flip a little quicker. But for right now, I'm just kind of getting used to it and trying to decide what maybe those different sets of tabs might be. But these are a lot of stickers that I created myself. And so I thought I would just kind of show you overall what I'm doing and then go ahead and bring out one of my planners that I'm using this in. And again, for me, planners are more journals, so maybe I should be using the term journal. In fact, I know I should be using the term journal. But as you can tell, these are just different pictures that I've purchased electronically. They are digital clip art, and almost everyone, well, in fact, all of these I think you're going to see are from Etsy in some form or another. And I have really been just loving them. Right now, I'm using a lot of these from the 1920s. God, I love this one. It reminds me of my son. It's just when I just kind of glance at it, it just reminds me of my son. And if he were dressed like this, I think he would fit perfectly. But this, of course, gives us kind of that 1920s vibe. Just really loving it. So this is what I'm using now in June in my book, which I'll show you a few of those as well. And then I will then start using this. These are marked for in my Wonderland for August. I'll be using these. So these are all samples, and what I've done is fussy cut them out, and I'm just going to show you briefly what a fussy cutting looks like, but they are printed on transparent paper. These aren't. These are something else. And all right, so that's the ones I have now. But I'm now working on my July stickers, and this is for my Hobonichi daily pages, so I'm really hoping to be using that. So I just wanted to show you, all I do is this, very simple. I have an inkjet printer. It's a Epson inkjet printer that I use, and I just purchase big sheets, full 8.5 by 11 sheets of Avery labels. So they're shipping labels, which are I like the transparent ones. I do have some solid ones, some of the, and these are specifically for inkjet. That's the big key. And I have found these to work really, really well because I can just feed them into the printer and then have them print. Now these I did not buy in the sets. What I bought was all the individual pictures, and I create these different pages. And of course I want as many stickers off of a piece of paper, and I can only run the paper one time, or the label one time. So as you can see here, so they're landscape, so I'll put them landscape. I just keep, and all of these are digital sets that I have bought through Etsy. Beautiful, beautiful clip art, and I have some that I've already cut, but I just wanted to show you that that's how I do it. I resize them, I make them smaller, bigger. I'm really just getting used to this and trying to figure out what really is going to work for me and what type of labels I need, but it is, because I just started this journey really doing this, but I really love that I can go out and find my aesthetic and the things I'm interested in and then make them into whatever size that I want. So let me just show you, let me see if I've got a sticker that I've basically resized. Okay, here's a good one. So as you can see, I can make it that large or I can make it that size. So I can take any of these and make them bigger or smaller. And I really love being able to do that. And then these larger ones you'll see, I can even cut and make my own kind of washi tape from. So, but let me just show you what I do. So it's really simple. I do try to line them up so that, because I know I'm going to need to use this little cutting, little guillotine cutting from Fiskars. I got it largely because of its size, but it does mean I have to start out by cutting on the 8.5 by 11. So I just go and line these up, and then I can cut straight down. And because I've done it in that manner, I now have 2 different pages. Now I can cut each one of these out individually, which I really like. And if I want to get close as I want, you know, because I do want these trimmed, and you'll see once I go to put them on. So this is all a transparent paper. And then I just got them out, and I like using the guillotine because it's A, quicker, and B, it also just makes it a little bit straighter, and C, I own it, so why not use it, right? But it makes those cuts pretty straight, better than I can do any other way. So I'm going to go ahead and keep cutting, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I do with them next. Now, just so you know, this is all done in Word, and I think I show that whenever I show you me doing it. I just do this in Word, and that's how I set up. If you're interested in watching me actually create one of these sets, let me know. I now own these forever and ever. And since it's through Etsy, I can even go back, and if I lose them, I can download them again, which is a really nice thing, because when I've gone to reorganize a couple times my files, I've noticed some things it's hard for me to find it, or I've lost it or accidentally deleted it. There's always that possibility. So one of the reasons I do this is because I just use stickers for decorative elements. I don't use a lot of them for labeling, and I don't like filling out my Hobonichi with really, really thick labels or stickers. And these actually are quite thin, and so that's helpful when using things like the Hobonichi or anything with a Tomoe River paper. So if you've got a Sterling ink pen or any of those, and if you know Sterling ink, then you know this is kind of what she sends out, but I can go out and make the choices myself. And since the Hobonichi dailies in the monthly section have a color to them, I like to go ahead and use those, kind of do something that either complements or works within that color for that daily. Now you might notice I'm trying to get as close as I can, and that's because this is a, it is a label, and so when I put it into my planner, it becomes spaced because it's slick that if I wanted to write on it, I'd have to only be able to use like a Sharpie or something. So I want these as trimmed as close as I can. So there isn't a lot of excess with the sticker. These are going to get, this is going to get a little bit challenging because they are so little. But I wanted to see if I could get these to work in my Hobonichi. Sometimes I leave behind some paper, so I just use another piece of a label that I've already cut off and put that in there. Now I know you might have seen this. I do put a little title on the page whenever I'm saving it, because I do like to put this in my sticker album where I keep all my stickers before using them, and it just tells me what my plan was to use it, in this case, in July. Yeah. As you can see, these are tiny. Oh my gosh, they're so small. I love the idea of all the subscriptions and all that. And I've even participated because there's some really pretty subscriptions. Cocoa Daisy is fantastic. Sterling Inks is so tempting. I really was about to say, yes, I'm going to sign up for hers, but I didn't know, with me being all the way over here in Singapore, how much can I rely? I know at Christmas time, you know, so many of my Christmas cards were never even delivered. And we didn't receive a lot. Well, not a lot, I shouldn't say that. We didn't receive some of our Christmas cards that were sent to us. And so that whole relying on a postal system, which, you know, can be affected by many, many things. And when you're going international too, you know, you're working on multiple postal systems, and you never know where the breakdown is. I always like it though, because people just assume it's yours that broke down, not theirs. So I love that. All right, so I'm going to keep, oh, no, I still have some more here. So, yeah, so I just decided, at least I know these will get delivered because they're being delivered out of my printer. All right, now we'll go on to the next step. So here we go with the second step. After all of that cutting and trying to get as close as you can, now I'm going to be doing what's called fussy cutting. I mentioned it earlier, and that is really where I go in and I get really close. Now again, the reason why I'm doing this is purely because I want the least amount of sticker on my page as possible, because these are transparent and they are a bit smooth. In other words, a lot of my pens won't work on them. So I don't want a lot of extra space around those stickers. Now again, this looks like a lot of fussing, and I know with the Cricut you can do this all. I get that. I don't mind doing it. I'm actually sitting here listening and watching YouTube videos while I do this. I've always enjoyed cutting out and doing fussy cutting. I know I'm weird. I love backgrounds when I'm coloring, and I love to fussy cut. It's just kind of mindless, keep my hands busy while doing something relaxing. So that's why I'm doing this. So now I am getting my little folio out. So this is just a basic little plastic 6-ring binder, and this is the release sticker paper that I was talking about earlier. So what it allows is for you to put the stickers on, and then you can take them off. So it's a way for me to organize my stickers. I love having the sheets the way that I do, because I can take them out, I can rearrange. It's easier to put them on as just a plain piece of paper like you see here, and not go, you know, back and forth into a physical book of some sort. So that's one reason why I really like these. So I mentioned earlier about labeling my sheets at least in one little spot and then cutting that out, and I use that, I turn it into a sticker, and as you can see here, I've marked that I've used this for July 2023, the Hobo Dailies. It's just a reminder to me as to my intent for these particular stickers. Now I just start proceeding to actually unstick each one, so pull off the backing and put it straight onto these release papers so that I can have everything together. Again, this takes time, but it gives me a chance to do something such as watching YouTube or my favorite show. And then just keep going and adding them all on there. So you can see I've got quite a few already down. I'll continue doing this. It is fun because it's kind of like a puzzle and trying to figure out how I can get the most on each page. Sometimes it becomes a real challenge, and I mess with it quite a lot. So now you can tell that I basically have finished this up, and I'm going to be putting these into the little portfolio. So this is what I'm talking about. It's so easy to put it where I need it to be, and I can move it around as I need it. So I'm really, really happy with this and looking forward to doing more. And now I'm just going to put a quick little flip through and discussion about the book itself. So these are all the pages that I have so far, and I have transferred a lot of my other sticker sets onto this. And I have to tell you, grabbing this when I want to do some stickering anywhere is so much easier than trying to go and find all those numerous different sets. And here were some that I had on that I printed out. And these are little tea cups. I love them. I use them all throughout my planner. And this is great too, because when I go to print out my stickers, I can add things that I'm low on. So things, I can add a clip art of this, like this little teacup, and then I can refill spots that are kind of empty. Now, do not think that all these black and white stickers, all these stickers I'm showing you right now, these are ones I've purchased. But I am using them so much more and quicker because I physically can see them. Anyone you're seeing me add now, I've printed out, of course, but the ones that are already in there, a lot of them are ones that I've purchased, and it's just causing me to use my stickers because they're so easy to see and they're constantly in my face. Like I said, I plan on doing some more arranging and trying to organize this little folio a little bit more, but right now I have like all my reading stickers, which is what you're looking at, and all of those stickers are right there for me to be able to mess with as I'm doing, but also add to. And if there's certain stickers I want to use, and I can also see what I'm using and what I'm not. So, and what I have plenty of, which is great because then I'm more likely to use my stickers because I have plenty of them. So again, I've taken this choice to go ahead and do the printing myself because I'm not sure about shipping here to Singapore. I don't want to rely on that. And you know, you want what you want when you want it. So if I can go out and find it myself as clip art and then make my own stickers, then I've got it in my hand as soon as I'm willing to take the time to do the printing out. And again, I'm just using Word, nothing complicated. And then I'm willing to do the fussy cutting. So, you know, it's all up to you. But those with Cricuts, I have no idea about. I probably won't ever buy one. I don't see the need. It's another step of trying to figure out how to cut them all out. Something else for me to learn. This I know. Print on Word, grab scissors, grab guillotine, and get to work. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. I wanted to show you how I use them in my Wonderland 222 throughout for my weekly spreads as that extra pop of color. I really love these, and I've been using them almost for the entire time since January of 2023 began. I've also started using them in my Hobonichi avec in my daily spreads, just kind of seeing how much they actually add as far as to weight, size, and bulkiness. So I hope that this gave you some inspiration. Maybe even you might want to try something like this. I find that I use a lot less stickers. I'm more curated about what I'm using. And as I always say, just keep turning those pages and adding as much color as you want. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.